Welcome, welcome, divine beings, to another beautiful day in your own love temple.
Yay!
Today at our love temple, we are working on all sorts of different things. I'm working on building a course. Finishing up our course for True Raw. I'm gonna get the recipe book out there, and just starting to set it all up. Set up the recipes, set up the page so that you could take our True Raw Life course to help you go True Raw, give you some ideas about it. There's other ways, there's other things that you could do first. Our website is all set up and available for classes. It's called Programs, it's called Love's School. We're soaking nuts, we're making things, gonna put some things in the dehydrator. Kim juiced some oranges, oh my goodness.
Yeah, when you do it yourself versus buy at the store, it's such a difference. And there's also a difference in the vitamins and the nutrition that your body's gonna get, because most of the juices that you can purchase at the store are pasteurized, which means that they heat them to a really high temperature, and it takes out a lot of that really good, nutrition and enzymes that your body needs in order to build healthy cells and regenerate itself. So I highly recommend doing it yourself. It takes a little extra time, yes, it's going to, but the benefits are going to far outweigh anything, that any time that you missed out on by not doing it yourself. And you can put your own energy into it. When you're purchasing things at the store, again, you don't know the kind of energy that went around into making that, whatever it is you're buying. The person that was in charge of it could have been in a really bad mood, and then that negative energy is going to get transferred to the food, because everything is energy. When you're doing it yourself, make sure you're in a good mood and you can give the food love and gratitude. Thank the farmers that farmed the food. Thank those that brought, were in charge of transport. Thank it all. Thank everything that got it to you to be able to enjoy and, and nourish your body temple. Because this is your temple. And how you treat it is really important. It's the only one you get this time around. And if you're putting in junk and garbage, well, you're gonna experience pain and dis-ease in your body temple. But if you're putting in pure natural foods that Creator made for us, then you will experience love, life, energy, all the wonderful, blissful things that we're meant to experience.
Yeah, noticing going raw and not having cooked food and things like that. Noticing how my body doesn't have the joint pain anymore. I don't wake up with joint pain. I don't wake up with pain. The only pains that I notice in my body are like things that say, hey, you should probably stretch that, or hey, you're sitting down. I'm becoming more sensitive to my body's talk and my body's temple. And so I'm able to listen more. So then when I do have a pain, it's like, okay, well, I need to stretch my neck out now. But it's not like that joint pain. It's not like that arthritis pain.
The inflammation.
And that was from inflammation. And the inflammation's from mucus. And the mucus is from the body saying, whoa, don't put this in me. And the body trying to get that out. And so detoxing your input is super amazing. We have some amazing programs on our website. You can go to sdic.com and just check out our website.
Yeah.
And on there you'll find our Love School, and in there you'll find our programs. And we recommend starting out with like the mindfulness one, and then the lessons of love, and ending up into the True Raw Life. Working on loving your body's temple and understanding your body as a temple on another way first is very helpful.
Yeah, self-love is really the foundation for everything. When you love yourself, then you're not willing to put things that are harmful into your body temple. And there's always layers. There's more. It's like an onion, you know, or an artichoke, I guess. These different layers of the artichoke, and inside is the heart. And you know, sometimes we have to peel back those layers to get more and more of that love exposed. And we are all really that. We are love. If God is love, and we're all unique emanations, personas, whatever that originate from that original source of love, we are love. And we've told ourselves different stories and created these other, you know, ideas in our minds that aren't true to tell ourselves we're not that. But it's just a story. It's not the truth. The truth is you are love and you are light. And so getting back to that inner knowing is what we are here to do.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna start the True Raw course recipe book on nut milk, because that's kind of like the basis of things. Once we get the avocado recipe, one of the best recipes ever that Kimberly makes, one of my favorites, is her avocado recipe. She cuts an avocado, opens it up, and puts some salt on it. Oh my goodness, that is my favorite recipe.
I'm gonna teach you guys
simple.
this recipe. It's really amazing.
Oh, we're gonna share the recipe now.
You're gonna love it.
We haven't even written this recipe down. It's so amazing, but it's probably the one that we use the most.
Yeah.
And avocados are super beneficial for you.
They are on Dr. Sebi's list of approved alkaline. They're under a vegetable, but I don't know why, because it's technically, I think, a fruit. It comes off of a tree and it's gifted to us, like the tree's
tell
like,
us,
here.
is avocado a fruit or a vegetable? Let me know.
Yeah.
Because
I thought it was a fruit.
Trying to figure it out.
Wait. My
Don't
favorite
get no
recipe.
bloody avocado.
I know.
I'm not really into that.
That knife is David. Where did you get it?
One of the electricians I worked with was a salmon fisherman during that season, and an electrician during the off season. And so he was on the boat cutting up salmon, and by golly,
That is the sharpest knife I have ever cut with.
yeah, best knife we've ever had. I've cut myself with it, maybe not as much as Kim has, but you know, don't get bloody, cut towards your buddy. Which is
I
mainly
didn't
just
get
teaching you
bloody.
to cut away from yourself. You never want to be on the sharp end of your knife.
Yeah.
That's
Trust
probably
me.
something good we should put in the cooking recipe
Yeah.
guide.
Don't get bloody.
And it's not really cut towards your buddy, but you really don't want to hurt somebody else. So if you're thinking about how you don't want to hurt somebody else, then you're going to think a little bit more about not even hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And as you learn to love yourself more, then you learn to not want to hurt yourself anymore.
Exactly. So here is our favorite recipe that we'd like to share with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. And then I got a True Raw nut milk. Serves four. You need a blender, 1 cup nuts. We usually like to use, we're still not sure what we like the best, but we've done almond, macadamia, hemp seed, and
Coconut.
what was that other one?
We made
Hazelnut
coconut
and coconut. I'm gonna add those on there.
If you're somewhere tropical like we are right now in Mexico, coconuts are a really good option. You take the coconut meat. We just need to get a tool to actually be able to scoop the meat out of the coconuts, because David, he hurt himself yesterday with a knife.
Butter knife. I got gashed with a butter knife this time. I'm like, I'm not using the sharp knife,
Yeah.
and then bam. So with nuts, you should soak them. You should soak them and sprout them. You should sprout your nuts. I don't know about coconuts, how to sprout a coconut, but
The coconut meat, I don't know that it needs to be sprouted. It's like,
yeah, not sure of that one yet, so we'll find out.
It's
But
not
the almond
like a
meat
nut.
should definitely be sprouted. You should definitely soak it for at least 4 hours, I think is what it is. Avocado, best recipe, best breakfast with some orange juice or smoothie. Squish it, squeeze it.
yeah.
What? I just got double.
Yeah,
What a miracle blessing.
I am really focusing on taking myself to that next level and only eating when I'm hungry. And right now, I'm not hungry. So even though that looks amazing and awesome, I'm listening to my body temple more now, because I noticed when I wasn't and I was just eating, even though it's raw and good for me, when I was just eating because somebody else was eating or whatever it was, we were having a lot of people over for meals at first, and I was creating all these amazing foods and eating more than my body temple needed. I noticed that I started getting backed up a little bit, and my body was like, whoa, I don't need this much. So I am committed to doing the best for my body temple and listening to it. So now I'm like, unless it's really hungry, I'm not gonna eat. David, he's bigger than I am and has a different system, so he gets hungrier and can eat a little bit more than I can. And I think the key is for each of us to tune into our bodies. So, if I based myself on what David was doing, which I was doing for a while, then I'm not listening to my body temple.
You can't quite keep up.
I cannot keep up with him. I can't. I cannot keep up with what he consumes. I tried, and it backed up my system. So each of us need to learn to individually trust our own bodies. And if someone else is eating it, doesn't mean you have to too.
Quick question.
Yeah.
When you strain the almond milk or the nut milk, do you call that a nut bag?
I do. I have a...
Is that what it's called?
It's a hemp... where is it? Oh, it's up... I'll go get it.
But you call it a nut bag. Well, what is it called? What's the technical term?
I don't know.
Hemp nut sack?
Maybe.
Nut bag, nut sack, who knows? Okay. Well, making recipes, sharing information, we can always update them. And there was an issue with our servers. Are you serious? I just typed all this up and now it's gone? Good thing I cut and paste. I made a bunch of recipes on my Google Documents, Google Drive and Google Documents. And then I go from there, and I'm adding them onto our website program so we can get our true raw recipes. People are starting to ask about them. So we want to build it for the people.
Can get this on, I know for sure, Amazon. So it's an organic hemp material, and it's just they've just made it into a little sack, and you can pull these strings tight at the top. Once you pour your nut milk in there, you just squeeze it through, and so then it leaves all, it squeezes out the milk and the liquid.
It's like the fine string.
And then it leaves all the fiber inside. And then you can take that fiber, and if you choose, you can make raw cookies or other creations with it, or discard it, whatever, and compost it, whatever you choose. But I made yesterday we had some leftover coconut meat and almond, and I put it with a mame, which is some fruit here in Mexico. This is a mame. This one needs to get probably dehydrated. It looks ready. And a little bit of sweetener. You could use agave or honey, and then I put them in the sun with a little bit of flaxseed just to make it stick together. And so I made these raw cookies, and you could put a little fruit on it, a little honey or agave, or some raw nut butters, and they're a great little snack. Kids like them. We took them to a friend who has several children with some sliced bananas and nut and honey butter on top, and they loved it. They ate them up. So super easy.
I like to eat this avocado recipe. I figured out this way when we just cut it in half, we just use a knife and I can just squish it out and take bites. And I don't need a fork, I need a plate, I don't need a spoon, don't need to waste no water.
Yeah. I am going to make dried mame. It's ready to go. And I was using these for a pie that I think this one might be.
Too late.
Too late.
Show it closer.
Yeah, once they get black, or, I mean, I could probably cut this out and maybe dry some of it. But, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell from the outside of the fruit when it's ready or not.
Yeah. I cut the bad part off, and I think it smells fine.
Not like it. No, I don't know.
No?
Like I said, I don't know.
Oh.
So, whatever you think.
Well, I am going to
For drying, it's probably fine.
dry it. I'm going to dehydrate it.
But it's not juicy fresh like they usually are.
Yeah. I'm gonna dehydrate it. These have the similar texture to like a sweet potato if it was cooked. They're pretty amazing fruit. And if you do them in big chunks, the way they dehydrate, they're really yummy.
And so we call it true raw because we've looked at a lot of different raw recipes. They weren't really truly on the raw for the reasons why we're on the raw. So a lot of the raw food out there is just made raw, but it's not truly raw. We go for truly raw because we want life. We want nothing dead. And the freezer kills things. Kills your food, and the fire kills your food, and any temperature over 118 kills your food. So we don't want none of that.
Yeah, I also noticed a lot of the people putting recipes out there that call themselves raw chefs use ingredients that are, from my research, very harmful to the human body.
I usually don't care if it's cold pressed oil, and they use nutritional yeast, which is kind of the lie for the hippies nowadays.
Yes.
They've been lying to us, and everybody's like on nutritional yeast because it can give you that cheesy sensation.
Well, and they say it's the B vitamins, but they fortify it.
But the cheese, real cheese, or cheese that you buy at the store, is made to make you want more cheese and to crave more cheese. And that's what nutritional yeast does. It's made to make you want more, and it's pretty much MSG.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a chemical process. Look it up, look into it, check it out yourself. Don't believe me.
Yeah, exactly. Really look into it yourself. Look how it's processed and made. From my research, it excites the neurons in the brain and causes addictions. You want more and more of it, and MSG, monosodium glutamate, there's no added MSG in it, but through the process, the chemical process of how it's created, it actually creates a similar substance. So you're basically, everyone's trying to stay away from MSG. Well, you're kind of doing the same thing to yourself if you're eating nutritional yeast, consuming that. And the best way to detox your body from these different chemicals and processed foods is through fasting. And that's free. And anyone can do it. All it takes is the will to do it.
And then we also have a guide on our website. One of our programs is an eating not eating guide. It's a great place to start if you're ready to make a difference in your love temple. And if you're not, start out with lessons of love to help you realize that you are in your love temple and how much accountability you can have for yourself and for your life, and re-understanding what love is, because we kind of redefine love than what Hollywood has told us love is, or even school.
Yeah.
And even what church has told us love is. Church told us that love is this all demanding God, do as I say so I can love you. That's conditional love. It's bull. It makes me want to cuss and say a bunch of words so that you can understand how horrible it is. But it is, all paths lead to God. You can take the long way if you want. All good.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Nut cheese. Macadamia nuts or Brazil nuts. Lemons, salt, water. Bam. Soak them. Bam. Drain them. Juice them.
Bam.
Process them. Put in the fridge when you're done. Simple dimple.
You know, we were kind of conditioned. We were not kind of. We were conditioned from when we were colonized, and they came in. The British came in and told all the natives that this was the proper way to do things: to eat 3 meals a day, and be civilized, and have them at certain times. And that's the worst thing that we could be doing for our body temples. And from that, you know, we've seen so many that are in dis-ease now with diabetes, heart disease, cancer, all of these really horrible things that are happening to our body temples because we have not been listening to them. We've been programmed to follow this other way, and then consuming really toxic products. Anything that is man-made, stay away. If it's from nature, that nature is the medicine. But if it's processed and, you know, created from man, not a good thing.
So True Raw smoothies, this one says banana, chia, almond. But you can pretty much use any.
And just say any nut, it doesn't
nut
even
milk.
need to say, any.
And then it says avocado, and it says chia seeds. But I'm gonna put those as options because sometimes it's great just so simple.
Yeah.
How much maca? 1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
MACA.
You know, everything that you see out there, any recipe, is a guideline. You know, the key is to tune into your own body temple and learn what it wants and follow that. You know, so many of us have gotten used to listening to other people. It's time that we learn to listen to ourselves. If anyone is teaching something, let's say that they are, you know, channeling some other higher being, and they're not telling you that you have that ability as well, maybe not the best person to follow, because a true teacher is going to teach you that everything that anyone else can do, so can you. If someone else is doing something, you have the ability to. That we actually have mirror neurons in our bodies that don't know if they're giving or receiving. And so when you see someone else doing something amazing, you can feel that and learn how to do that really fast, these mirror neurons. So that also means that when you're talking negatively about another, those mirror neurons are at work too. And your body doesn't know the difference. So when you are talking bad about someone, gossiping, saying negative things, those mirror neurons are also working then, and your body takes it on as if you're doing it to yourself, because that's how connected we all are.
Put it in a blender. Pour it into a cup and sprinkle with organic cinnamon. Put it into that. Let's see. Pour into it. Into cups.
I have a new salad I'm gonna try today. So I'm really excited.
So I'm
I'm gonna
making
do a
these
video
basic, and we can
on
always
it.
add to them.
Yeah.
You gonna do what?
I want to do a video on my new salad.
Nice. Mm.
It's time to make more. One of the nice things about going raw and only, on a plant-based diet is that you don't have to worry about sanitizing everything. You're not going to, get any E. coli or weird, crazy thing from any animal product that, has gone bad.
Yeah, like the dangers of cooking chicken.
Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have to use a lot of the, I would say all that I know of, dish soaps and stuff too are not very good. One of my friends was telling me, and again, research this yourself.
They
but,
coat the stuff, like the
Yeah.
steak, you wash it off and it's still there.
and it stays on the plate, and so when you are eating off of that, you're getting these toxins that were put into the dish soap. Again, research these things yourself. Don't take our word for it. But those are, the more you learn and the more you take these things out of your life, the freer you are too. I don't buy dish soap. If something really needs a cleaning, I use a little vinegar.
Oh yeah, vinegar is a good one to use.
Yeah, a little vinegar and baking soda together will bubble up and clean anything. So I don't use any chemical products, no harsh cleaning things. Vinegar's super cheap, and so is baking soda. And if you really want it to smell good, because you can't stand the smell of vinegar, I throw a couple drops of essential oils into it. But yeah, you can clean anything with vinegar and baking soda. So, but usually with our dishes and stuff, I just scrub it with some warm water and rinse it out and good to go. It doesn't need anything else. So we've really cut down on, what we are consuming. We're not consuming a bunch of products, shampoos, all those in big plastic jugs and jars. We don't. I have one that's a plant-based. It's completely plant-based. I will read every label. And if I don't know what something is, I grab my handy-dandy phone and I look it up, and then I just say, along with the word, side effects. And it comes up with that. And I encourage everyone to do that as well. If you don't know what something is, look it up along with the side effects. If it's a word that you can't pronounce and you don't know what it is, 99.9% of the time, it's something super harmful and not good for you.
Yeah, I noticed in the United States it's a little bit different than what they can do in different countries. But when I was in Mauritius, they could call some of the ingredients like BH792 or something like that. They don't even want to tell you. They don't even have to tell you what it is. And not knowing what it is means they could hide all sorts of things. So
yeah, the one thing I would really be mindful of too is natural flavors.
What is it?
If anything says it's a natural flavor, not natural from my perspective.
Well, what can you consider natural? Is really, it's a game that they're playing. What could we say is natural?
It could be the anal glands of a beaver. That literally, look that up for vanilla flavoring. That is a real thing. for natural vanilla flavoring.
Ew.
Yeah, they use the anal glands of a beaver.
And then look at your beer. It won't tell you what's in it, but did you know that there's actually fish in the Guinness beer? That's what helps make it foam. They have some sort of fish. It's not vegan.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
No.
Ew.
But they don't have to put the ingredients on beer. Why is that? They don't even have to put the ingredients on tobacco. Why is that? Because they don't want you to know.
Because it's poison, and they don't want you to know you're poisoning yourself. Yeah. But, you know, you can tell someone who consumes a lot of beer or cigarettes, you can tell what it's doing to the body temple.
Yep.
Over time, you know, they're gonna start, their voice becomes raspy, they're getting, you know, they can't really speak it clearly.
They're hacking up all the time.
Yeah. You know, we used to enjoy cannabis quite a bit, and since cleansing our body temples, we release that as well, because that's really harmful for our lungs. That's not, even though we enjoyed it on some level and it was nice, but it was harming our body temple. And so why are we going to do anything or put anything into our body temple that's harming it?
And what helped us with that is practicing unconditional love for yourself. And as you start loving yourself on a whole nother level, you don't want to accept that stuff. It's really amazing. And then you start feeling better. Then you start feeling better about yourself. It's magic. It's complete magic.
Yeah.
It's true health. It's true healing. It's been there all along. Fasting and eating true raw is, from my experience, is the way.
I agree.
And where there's a will, there is a way. I could even make jalapeno poppers.
But we're not making them as much anymore because
I don't even have the recipe down all the way on that one.
Yeah,
I just started. You learn it and then you wing it. You learn a recipe and then you just go for it.
Yeah. The more, you know, you kind of start playing around with things, the more you realize that you are a creator and you can create whatever you want. You know, I don't really, when I make my little cookies or raw cookies or pancakes, you could call them whatever you wanted, they're raw creations. I don't use a recipe. I just kind of throw whatever in there. Once you understand which things bind, like flax meal is going to help bind it. You know, putting some fruit and maybe agave or honey will sweeten it if you want something sweeter. Or you could do a savory one and add herbs and spicy peppers. You know, you can create whatever you want.
Raw tacos has all sorts of different ones. I'm gonna make a guacamole recipe, a pico recipe, and a cashew recipe instead of doing raw tacos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just threw those all in.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. I'm utilizing it all.
So yeah, once you start like understanding the basics of things, like, you know, we use walnuts and soak them and then grind them up, and you can flavor that however you want with a few taco seasonings. You could put cilantro, some hot chilies in there, cumin, you know, whatever, cayenne. Really making things your own, and that's part of the fun of creation. Not just being
not just following the rules and the directions all the time.
It's like, well, what do I like? What do I feel like? And I've made different creations all the time. Some of my taco meat, I'll put tomatoes and cilantro and maybe some hot peppers in there. David likes things spicy, so, you know, I gotta spice things up for him.
Or sometimes we will not use the onions in the guacamole when it says to, because we realize that an onion is a medicine and we don't really want to use it
all the time.
And then we don't want to use it in the summer. Here it's hot in the summer, and so we don't want to utilize things that are hot that make us hot. Onions make us hot. Perfect in the winter, perfect in a cold climate, perfect when you're cold. But if you're already hot and you're in a hot environment, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
True raw.
Same with garlic. It's also something that would heat the body, and it's a medicine. I mean, all food is medicine, but you don't want to overdo certain ones that are really strong.
I haven't overdone avocados yet, but good golly, one of these days I'll try.
The garlic and onions, I noticed if I eat a lot of them, then I smell like garlic and onions. My whole body will start smelling like that. So.
Oh man, one time I got my juicer out and I'm like, sweet, I got a juicer. What do I got? And I started juicing things. And I had way too much garlic. So I threw a handful of garlic in the juicer. I threw an onion in there. I didn't go to the store to get stuff for juicing. I threw some grapes in there. I threw some turmeric in there. And I threw a few other things in there. And it was the most powerful medicine ever. It worked so good at keeping all the employees away from me. My boss even changed the whole work schedule so that I would not be near customers. It was great. It worked out so good. I was radiating. My body was vibrating. Like I was like vibrating because of that strong medicine that was in me. And I was like the whole, I walked into the office in the morning and the whole office was just like, there was me. I was there with the garlic onion medicine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I tried it a few more times after that. You know, the guys I worked with, they would always come near me and fart, and I always had to deal with that stuff all the time, you know, and construction. And so it was nice to have something to get them back,
keep
a
them
nice
safe,
tool.
yeah. It's almost like the vampire. Keep everyone away with the garlic.
So seeds and nuts and things like that soak and sprout. They release their defense mechanism. They're ready to plant at that point. They're ready to eat and digest at that point. It's very important.
Yeah.
Oils, heating them to a certain temperature is not cool. We don't do that anymore. The stove is only used for boiling water to sanitize stuff that we sometimes need.
Oils that we use now we have some olive oil that's cold extracted. So it's not heated to a high temperature, it's cold extracted. And also the coconut oil is cold extracted and raw. Those are the only two oils that we currently use. I'm not saying that there aren't other good oils out there that you couldn't use. That's just the only oils that we use.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great oils that are good for you. Cold pressed is the best. If you are buying hemp seed oil, and it's brown, that is pressed at a high speed, and you lose a lot of it. If you have your hemp oil and it's green, it's amazing. It's cold pressed. It's better for you. So it really makes a difference. True raw refried beans. Yeah, I can even make raw refried beans. And so we looked up a whole bunch of different recipes, and then we made them our own. True raw sushi, that recipe's not done yet.
Oh.
That's one that you could work on.
Okay. Yeah,
True raw jalapeno
I
poppers
found a
again.
recipe for raw sushi, and they used cauliflower for the rice. And after I did my 7-day water fast with enema cleanses and detoxing my body, I was all excited to try this new recipe, and I went and visited my daughter down in Lincoln City, and I made her some sushi too, and I put the cauliflower down for the rice and put all these vegetables in there, rolled them up, and immediately after I ate it, I'm not talking a half hour later, it was immediately, I got tired, I noticed my eyes got like droopy, and I needed to take a nap. My body went into shutdown mode to process that cauliflower. It did not like the raw cauliflower.
And then we looked into cauliflower and the things like cauliflower, and they're really not good for you.
Yeah, they have some.
They're called conifers or something. They're
Yeah.
pretty much like a tree. It's pretty much like eating a tree or something, and you can't really digest them. I make some true raw steak chunks. They're like a steak meat, and it's a portobello mushroom broken up with olive oil and salt. You can use any seasonings you want, but I like just olive oil and salt. And you let it marinate, and it's just savory, tasty little morsels, because I don't want to eat meat anymore, but having that is like a fun treat. You can use it in tacos or whatever you want. You can even make yourself steak if you don't break it up. Just marinate it. Portobellos are pretty amazing, and there's other raw mushrooms that you can eat that are good for you. Some of them will poison you, and some of them won't. Some of them need to be cooked, and some of them don't. So do your own research.
Yeah.
Find out, ask your doctor, and then do your own research. Who knows what your doctor knows? Your doctor knows what they are told him, that they tell him to tell you.
This is the other thing that I know. When you're doing your own research, you can find evidence to support both sides. You're going to find evidence to say, yeah, cauliflower's great, it's amazing for you. You gotta listen to your own body for one. Maybe your body won't react the way mine did, but after my daughter had not done the detox, she is not raw, and it didn't affect her like it did me. So, you know, if your body if you haven't done the detox, you might not notice any major problems with cauliflower.
And we can help you with the detox. We're getting the courses up, we're getting programs going. You can call us, you can go to our website and Love Service, and you can set up a consultation with Kim, and she can talk to you about where you're at in your life and going from there. And we have programs all these different programs on our website that help you end up into the true raw life. It takes steps. It takes steps of mindfulness. It takes steps of loving yourself and realizing self-love and practicing self-love. Then it takes practicing the true raw life. Then it takes detoxing. It takes practicing eating and not eating. It takes practicing fasting. And then it takes the big fast. We're doing some retreats. We're setting up a guide so you can even do it at home. 7 days, no food, no water, sunbathing in enemas every day. Oh, sorry, water. Spring water.
So, one of the things cauliflower contains, purine, and excessive consumption can lead to buildup of uric acid in your body. Acid is one of the things you want to stay away from. You want to have a pH balanced system, because cancer, other diseases cannot thrive if you are pH balanced. You don't even stink. You don't need deodorant if you're pH balanced. And this can lead to further
I smell like the best steak ever.
Like kidney stones and gout. And cauliflower may trigger severe anaphylaxis, which is bodily allergic reaction to a substance.
Well, anaphylactic shock can kill you. It's like hyperventilating and all sorts of things.
It says they're hard to digest, especially when they're eaten raw, which can cause bloating and gas. So, but if your body's not in a state, like I had totally detoxed mine, my body could tell immediately, you know, the effects of it. But my daughter, like I said, she eats well compared to a lot of people, but she didn't notice anything after eating it. So
it's good to start with small proportions, you know. Try it out yourself if you want, you know. Eat some raw broccoli. Chew everything really well till it's liquid. And then see how it goes. In our courses, our eating, not eating guide, we have a journal. Journaling is very important. You can write your journal. Okay, today I ate some raw cauliflower. Tonight, I felt my gut grinding or whatever. And the next day, I was constipated and didn't poop in the morning or whatever. Like, write it down, write it in your journal. Then you can keep track of what you're eating and how it's treating your body. But until you've done that 7-day fast, you still have gut junk
Parasites.
and parasites and stuff stuck that are blocking your true detox pathways and that are blocking you and that are telling you to eat certain things. True raw fudge, true raw mousse cake, so good.
But a lot of things will tell you cauliflower is amazing and it has all these vitamins, and while this may be true, they also belong to the cruciferous family.
Cruciferous, so maybe it's not what
They, and they can take compounds that can lower the risk of some cancers, but they also have some unfortunate side effects. You can have an allergic reaction. There's, like I did, it totally drained my energy. They're very hard to digest, and we're not saying everybody's the same, but so that's why listening to your own body temple. But the most important thing I would say is to do the cleanse first, because if you don't do that cleanse first, your body is not going to be clean to be, you're not going to be as in tune to what it's telling you, basically.
There's a lot of pictures of salads on here, but we don't have any recipes of the salads.
Yeah, I'm going to get some, and I'm going to make one today.
It would be nice to see you go through these pictures that we have and make a recipe for each one, and then I can put those on so people can go from there. We have already made a bunch of recipes and made a bunch of things, but we're even going more simple. But we want to be able to have these up there for you as you're going through your transition. Where we're at is we're going more and more simple away from some of these recipes. We're not even using some of these recipes, but it's a great way to help you and your family transition.
We found it fun at first because you could eat a lot of the same things. We had pasta dishes, we had sushi, we had tacos, all these things that we were used to eating, and so we didn't feel like we were missing it out. And then we've already transitioned to okay, we don't need to be this fancy. We enjoy, just eating more simple things.
And the body enjoys more simple things. It's easier for the body to digest less ingredients. The more work we spend on digesting, the more energy it takes. When you eat meat, your body takes a whole lot of energy to digest that meat. And you're not getting that much out of the meat. You're not getting as much as it takes to digest it, if that makes sense to you. If your body takes this much energy to digest what you're eating, but then what you're eating only gives you this much energy, well, what are you doing? You're knocking yourself down. So learning to take out those junk crap foods that take all that energy to digest gives you more energy. Eating less gives you more energy because a lot of energy is spent in our gut digesting. And there's a lot of different ways to receive the energy. I studied breatharianism so I could study other ways of receiving energy. We sunbathe every day for 10 minutes each side-ish or whatever, depending on how hot it is and how we feel. And that is a great way to give your body energy. So there's a lot of really cool courses on our website, in the programs, in the Love School, and they can really help get you and guide you on this way of the true raw life. I'm gonna see how much time we got left and how long we want to do this for. We have about twice as much as we've spent so far. We probably won't go over that. Ooh, I should eat that next.
Yeah.
Does it smell good or does it smell like fish?
I think it's okay. It's just.
We learned to stay away from an energetic, refreshing drink to start your day right. How did this triple pasted? So So it's good to have an energetic, feeling, refreshing drink to start your day right. Check out our True Raw smoothies in our True Raw Life program that's not available yet. Because we want people to start off with some mindfulness and some self-love, because that's very important too. But this course should be ready this week. And then we'll keep upgrading it and updating it and make it better and better, because we love you so much. Because we love ourselves so much, so much.
And you are another us.
So we can love you too.
Hey,
let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you're going through. Have a talk. Hook up. Check out our website, the sdic.com. You can go to Love Service and there's a free consultation. You can talk with Kim for a half hour. You can book it right there on the website and set up a meeting with Kim. She can contact you in all different ways, usually a video chat, and talk to you about where you're at with your eating and where you want to be and how we can help. We got this coaching service you can set up for 2-hour videos and hour videos. You can set up a course, a program of sessions where Kim will walk you through the grocery store, where Kim will walk you through your cupboards in your fridge, and she'll just beat you up.
No, I won't.
Oh, I mean, she'll beat up your foods, because she'll let you know. She'll give you the truth. She'll speak to you in a loving, motherly way.
I'm a grandma, so, you know, I mean, I will tell you, that's probably not the best thing for you. But you can choose whatever you want. It's up to you. We all have our free will still.
And it's fun making these courses. I'm having fun making this True Raw Life one. I'm so glad to be able to put this information out there to share. Right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different True Raw recipes for you. And a whole page on how to eat True Raw. A whole course on fasting and what to eat and what not to eat. Because we love you so much. We want to share it in the best ways we can. Ooh, I just want to hit that publish button. But I've still got some more things to do. Let's go for crackers.
Oh,
And we're always updating and changing our website. If you go to our website and you sign on, you can become a member. If you give us your email address, you can be invited to our Love Temple group. You can also sign up with the Love Temple group on our Love Services. We have our Love Temple Heart Flow on Sundays at 9 here, 8 California. And tonight we have our Heart Flow on the beach here in Mexico. Sunday we do our Heart Flow online. Just go with the flow of the heart. Chat, community, love and bliss style. So we'd love to have you. Rock crackers.
I am getting ready to make a salad. I'm going to do a video on it, so you can check out our stuff for the video on this amazing salad if you would like.
And we'll put that in this course also.
But the amazing thing about eating, one of the amazing things about eating raw, I mean, our bodies are made up of mostly water. So I have noticed from transitioning, cleansing and detoxing my body and then going raw, my skin, I don't need, I mean, I am in Mexico. It might be different if I was in a really dry climate, but I don't need any moisturizer. and also like the lines in my face have smoothed out. I don't do Botox. I don't do anything, chemical, whatever. And David and I, we were living here for a year, and then we went to help my daughter, who just had a baby in December. So we went back to the States for 8 months, and then he went to Mauritius too. He had a little side gig, but anyway.
A little detour.
Before we came back here. And when I came back here, the women that were my friends said I looked 10 years younger. And I'm telling you, it's from the detox and then going raw. There's nothing else I've shifted or changed. I've not taken any supplements. I don't do anything, different. I've not done any unnatural things like Botox. This is the natural Botox. You won't need all the supplements. You won't need all the other things that we think we need to look pretty and young.
We don't even need all the vitamins because we're getting our zinc in the nuts and we're getting the things that we need through the food.
The magnesium, all the things through the raw foods, yeah.
I used to have to take turmeric pills every day, twice a day, to fight my inflammation. Now I don't even need to. I don't even need to eat turmeric. And maybe turmeric's not even that good for you. I don't know. I hear a lot of things. It doesn't mean I believe them.
Yeah, the one thing I know is that we feel much, much better on this diet. And you can try it out. See, you could always go back, if you try it out and you don't like it. You can always change your mind. But I know that David and I will not be changing our mind. If anything, we're just going to go further into more simple and really tuning into our bodies. They are our temple. So, one thing I've noticed is I am more aware of subtle energy from doing this cleanse and detox. So when I I'm just more aware of these subtle energies around me now.
And when you clear out the toxins, your toxin clear out system works better. When you clear out the parasites and the worms, you don't have all of them talking in your head anymore, telling you what to eat and telling you what to do. Your mind is clearer and cleaner when you remove those things from your mind. But then when you eat more fish, then there's some more worms into it. When you eat some more pork, there's some more worms in it. When you eat some more beef, there's some more parasites in it. And then it just goes right back to it. So, how much do you love yourself? What do you know of love? Do you know love? Do you love yourself? Do you want to know more? We have a love school for you because we love you so much.
Yeah, and we've really made it at a price point that anyone can manage it. It's not, it's not going to break the bank for anybody. It just takes a commitment to yourself. Mm-hmm. And really wanting to do that. And, we would do it for free, but there's two things that I know. We still have to, survive in this world. We don't get everything for free. So, when we go to the store, we have to pay. So it's just a give and receive, the flow of life. So when you give some, you receive what we've, done. And that's how the flow of life is. So,
and you can do your own research, and everything that we've learned is out there.
Yeah.
But our experiences from what we learned and what we have, we shared, and it's out there, and we can guide you and help you. We're here for you. We are servants for you.
Yeah, you could choose to figure it out on your own too.
Check out our love school and our love service and see what we have for you and what we're offering. We have some free things, and we have some cheap things, and we don't even have any things that are that expensive. We'll make one that's like $50,000 just in case you wanna.
The one other thing I've learned is that most people don't value free. When I've given things to my friends or said, "Oh, I will help you with this," Like I told one of my friends I would help her go shopping if she said she wanted to lose weight. I said, well, take me shopping with you. She didn't even bother to call me because I was doing it for free. Obviously she didn't see the value in it, so.
But if she paid it, she probably would have been on time.
Yeah.
If she paid hundreds of dollars for it, she'd probably be right there, like making sure she didn't miss it.
Exactly.
But we're not set up like that yet. All right. I think I'm good enough on the rest of these stuff for now. Yeah, I'm going to be going live on this program of the True Raw Life. I'm not sure what posture, what tiers it's going to be in yet.
I think I need to get some new cilantro.
We thanks loves for watching this. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your life. Thank you for your unique expression.
We be the we that we be. We. That is also part of the great deception of separation, of separating us with culture and race and all of these ways of separation. We are one. We are one consciousness experiencing itself, and this is the Great Awakening, where we're wakening up to that more and more and more. And there are levels of this awakening. So, when I first I knew it kind of intellectually, but I hadn't integrated it.
First you understood, and now you understand.
Yeah, now I understand. Really, everyone is a reflection of you. So if you have a problem with anybody, that's a problem and a judgment you have with yourself. Because there are no others.
What are they triggering in you that you can heal in yourself? What is somebody doing that makes you mad? What are you doing that you're allowing somebody else what they're doing to make you mad? Why? What do you need in your life that someone in front of you is making you mad? We are love. How can anybody make you be anything other than that? You can't make somebody be calm. You can't force somebody, calm down! Shaking them and tying them to a chair and yelling at, calm down! You can't make somebody. They have to decide. So why would you let people make you mad? Make you upset? Cool. You did that. Love yourself. Get over it. Move on. Thanks, love. Thanks, love, for everything. Thanks, love, for yourself. Thanks, love, for True Raw Recipe Book. True Raw Life is almost being published. And we're just going to keep on coming up with programs, sharing our programs with you, sharing what we've learned in a fun, amazing way with some pictures and some videos.
Woo! Maybe some dancing. Yeah, I'm about ready to do my salad. This? Where's my...
We have our starting out plan that you can pay for. Starting out, it's $11 a month, and you get our mindfulness class and connected to some groups and some other things. Then we have a Ready to Grow with Love right now is $22 a month, and you can do the mindful plan and you can do the Lessons of Love and some other things it connects you with in the group. And we have an app that we can all chat together in our Heart Flow group and in the group of the different courses that you're in, so you can ask questions and share. We have a Ready for Body Health course package that's $77, and that goes into yoga and a bunch of other classes, and that is where you will find our cookbook right now. Oh, where'd it go? Yes, that one I will connect.
This was in my Sprouts. I bought some These are alfalfa sprouts. And I just looked at the ingredients. Toxic, poison, man-made, anything made by man. Toxic, going in the trash.
I'm a man, and I made the recipe book.
Well,
But it is toxic because you should figure it out yourself. But if not, hey, it's here ready for you. Right now, you can pay $77 and have access to all of our bunch of different little programs, and have access to the recipe book, or you can pay $33 just for the recipe book. You like that?
yeah.
And it may change as we play around with it, but that's a good starter. Or should I start at 22 since I don't have all the pictures
Yeah.
in it? Hey, this limited time offer. 22.22 recipe book and guide. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. But the package deal is the best bet. Then you get the most for your money, best bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. We got some really cool programs. We got some services. We'd love to get your email and have you hooked up to our group so we can chat. Check out our free consultation. Great way to start. Great way to start is with our mindfulness course and our lessons of love and some earth hug yoga and some. We got a smile scan course, a big breath course, a eating not eating, which has our fasting and stuff with it. And let's refresh this page. And now, it's still not there. Okay, let's go back to drafts. True Raw Life. Let's make this public. Publish. Are you ready to make it public? True Raw Life ready for you. Check it out. And we'll get some more pictures and some more recipes in it this week. If you buy it now, you get all the updated versions as it's updated.
Yay.
You get all that too. You're connected to the website. You're connected to us. You can reach out and talk to us and send us little messages. You can talk with all of our lovers in the group, in the Heartflow Love Temple group. So, eat good, be good, see good. There is no bad. It's all here to show us the path. So I feel very accomplished with this step today. I did what I wanted to do. Good job, David. Yep. Good job. And I'm going to take a break from that. And I think I'm going to take a break from the videos too.
I'm going to do one on the...
This video, the live. Thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you again another day. THESDICINC is our website, thesticinc.com. Yeah. So we shall see you another day. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you for joining. Mwah. Nope, wrong button. Yeah. And so self-hugs are amazing. Got that information out there too. We have some YouTube videos of it. It's in our love course also, of course. And may your day be full of love, joy, bliss, excitement. May you smile at all things. May you see what you're being shown.